Hi guys, my name's Nick Thompson. I'm a vet, and the good people at ProDog have asked me to talk to you about bones, how to feed bones. Okay, so here we go. I've divided it up into 5 stages. Okay, so it's really, really easy. And overall, what we're going to do is we're going to go from really simple, soft bones to the more difficult to chew, tough bones. Okay, and there's a graduation between those. But I'm going to take you through these. By the way, if your dog is, for example, intolerant of beef, then obviously don't give a beef bone. If your dog is intolerant of chicken, don't give chicken, etc. Yeah, duck, and what have you. Okay, so it's just a word to the wise. Okay, when you give bony material, it should help to bind and improve the quality of the stool. If it's not doing that, then just have a chat with your raw food producer just to make sure that you're not missing some simple elements of it. Okay, so you've just moved over onto raw food and you're absolutely excited, and you've got your first delivery through. I would suggest for the first month, don't feed any bone. Most raw food producers put bony material, fine bony material, into the minces, and so the dog will be getting bony material, but it will be they won't have any recreational bones. After the first month, that's when we can get into the recreational bones. Yeah, these are the bones that they chew. They really enjoy it. Cleans the teeth. Good for the bowel. Good for the mind of the dog. Okay, so after the first month, we graduate up onto the first bones, and the first bones to go with are carcasses. Okay, and with all bones, by the way, don't chop them. Yeah, feed them as big as possible, and the dog will do the chopping. Their molars here at the back, they're all about slicing and crunching through bone. So that's the idea, is always feed bones and chewy material as big as possible so that the dog can choose what size the particles that they're taking. Okay, so the first we graduate from no bone to carcasses, turkey carcasses, duck carcasses, chicken carcasses, things like that. Okay, really easy, great. Okay, we would then graduate up to something a little bit more bony, something like chicken necks, turkey necks, duck necks, and chicken wings, things like that. Yeah, a little bit more bony. So this would be our third month. We would graduate up from the softer carcasses onto the bony material. Okay, and then after a month or so at that level of the necks and chicken wings, we can then graduate up to softer bones like ribs or any bone in the body that's not a leg bone. Okay, so we're talking vertebrae, we're talking ribs, we're talking brisket, and the dogs can chomp through those. Again, make sure bigger the better. Always bigger the better. Okay, and you could stop at that level, yeah, and you could use any of those bones because the dog will have gradually have got used to taking those bones, and that's the way that you educate a dog. Marrow bones are right at the top, and I would only give those to dogs who are well able to deal with all the other bones in the cascade that I've just described to you. Okay, so they are the 5th category, and they're only for veteran raw feeders who really know what to do with bones. I find sometimes when you get cut edges, that can prise the problems into the molars, and you can get splits in the molar. All bones must be raw, by the way. It's kind of unsaid, but all bones must be raw. It's really, really, really important. So there we go. First month, nothing. Then we move to carcasses. Don't cut big. Always raw. Then we move to necks and chicken wings. Then we move to ribs. And then after a year or so, you can begin to think about marrow bones. Many dogs don't need marrow bones at all. Okay, some dogs get a little bit squitty on marrow bones because of all the fat in there. Okay, they are not a necessity, because you can stick really well with those first 4 categories. I hope that helps.